Get ready for the action because King Charles has wrapped up a whirlwind trip to Bermuda. He packed in 12 major engagements in less than 48 hours, learning about a massive UK space agency project aimed at tracking space debris and officially opening the new Great Bay Coast Guard station. We dive into all the details of this incredible royal visit and what this means for space exploration.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we're taking you straight to the high-octane world of Formula One. We break down the post-sprint press conference from the Miami Grand Prix, featuring the top three drivers Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, and Charles Leclerc, as they discuss the upgrades, the race pace, and the critical points of the competition. We continue the F1 saga as Charles Leclerc addresses his comments made during the Miami sprint race. He clarifies his radio rant about Kimi Antonelli, explaining why he was harsh and what he hopes for in future on-track interactions with his young rival. And finally, we look at the technical side of the F1 battle, exploring what drivers are learning about the new qualifying and race regulations, and whether the recent changes are truly making a difference. Don't miss out on all the latest racing news. Tune in now. King Charles has concluded a whirlwind 12-engagement trip to Bermuda, completing extensive engagements in less than 48 hours. During his visit, the king focused on significant projects, including learning about an ambitious UK space agency initiative aimed at tracking space debris and the inauguration of a new Great Bay Coast Guard station. On St. David's Island, the king engaged directly with well-wishers who expressed their gratitude for his visit. He also toured the Royal Bermuda Coast Guard facility, observing the operations room where staff monitor coastline CCTV and vessel tracking. Key highlights of the visit included demonstrations of advanced technology, such as the Deep Trekker, a robot oil drive for challenging underwater environments, and the Anafi Parrot drone, capable of reaching 1,000 feet for maritime searches. The Pacific Island location was highlighted for its strategic importance in tracking space debris. Furthermore, the king was briefed on Project Nova, a £40 million initiative to establish 3 telescopes on Bermuda's northwest coast, approximately 100 km from the U.S. coast, designed to detect asteroids or rogue satellites approaching Earth. He also reviewed correspondence with Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen, resonating deeply with the astronaut's thoughts on scientific pursuit and stewardship. In a forward-looking development, Charles revealed he has commissioned a garden design for the planetary installations, inspired by the interconnected patterns of planetary movements. He also spoke with the Astra Carta team regarding the launch of the project. The king departed Bermuda after a formal farewell at L.F. Wade International Airport, where he was greeted by a guard of honor from the Royal Bermuda Regiment and dignitaries. Before boarding, he joined police motorbike outriders and security personnel for a final group photograph. Arriving in Bermuda on Thursday night after traveling from the U.S., the king took a brief respite by enjoying the outdoor pool and tea before heading back to London, where he is expected to rest after a demanding 6-day itinerary. The results of the Miami Grand Prix sprint race have been officially announced following a press conference. Details regarding the top 3 finishers have been released by the event organizers. This update provides the latest on the thrilling sprint action that concluded the Miami Grand Prix weekend. The Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile has released the post-sprint press conference transcript for the 2026 Miami Grand Prix, offering insights from the drivers and team regarding the recent events. Lando Norris secured a sprint victory, while Oscar Piastri claimed second place for McLaren, and Charles Leclerc finished third for Ferrari. Charles Leclerc expressed satisfaction with the team's upgrades following the break, but admitted he was not entirely happy with the P3 finish, suggesting that with further preparation, the team could aim for a higher starting position in the next race. Oscar Piastri was positive about the qualifying session, stating that the upgrades were working and expressing optimism for improving their performance in future qualifying sessions. He acknowledged the difficulty of staying with Lando Norris, but viewed the day as positive. Lando Norris celebrated the sprint win, highlighting the crucial role of the team's upgrades. He noted that the car felt quick and that the team's efforts had led to a return to consistent speed, contrasting it with perceived inconsistencies from previous years. Norris reported a drama-free weekend, attributing his strong performance to the team's work and his ability to learn and adapt quickly. Oscar Piastri also commented on the pace, confirming that the car represented a good step forward, allowing for a welcome return to form. He noted that he successfully executed his planned strategy for the launch. Charles Leclerc's pace in the sprint race was described as quite okay, though he felt more disappointed with sprint qualifying, suggesting that the race pace was stronger than the qualifying pace. He indicated a need to find an improvement in the afternoon session to secure a better starting position for the next event. In a broader discussion on the new rules, Lando Norris noted that while there are still areas for improvement, the changes in qualifying spec felt more normal, allowing drivers to push harder without excessive penalty risk. He viewed it as a step in the right direction, though future refinements are expected. Regarding the car's performance, Lando Norris stated that the primary improvement stemmed from increased grip and better rear-end performance due to the downforce upgrades, allowing for more aggressive throttle application. He felt the car offered greater consistency and predictability. The conversation also touched upon track-specific challenges, with Charles Leclerc noting that warm temperatures affected tire management, making it difficult to maintain close proximity to competitors. Furthermore, discussions included the impact of the new qualifying and race specifications, with drivers generally agreeing that the direction is positive, albeit with the caveat that technical regulations will remain a factor. Charles Leclerc has sought to calm down his comments following a heated radio exchange with Kimi Antonelli during the recent Miami sprint. Leclerc acknowledged that his initial criticism during the 19-lap race was a reaction fueled by the intensity of the on-track battle. However, he maintained that he still perceives an element in Antonelli's driving that requires tempering. Leclerc's frustration surfaced over the radio, where he commented on Antonelli's wheel-to-wheel driving, stating, "Kimi is so bad in wheel-to-wheel. He moved under braking. It's unbelievable. We're going to crash." Despite the tension, Leclerc managed to maintain his position after overtaking Antonelli following a poor start for the Mercedes driver, attributed by team principal Toto Wolff to a team glitch. Leclerc ultimately secured a podium finish, behind a McLaren 1-2 driven by Lando Norris, while Antonelli finished fourth before being penalized with a 5-second time penalty for track limits infringements, dropping him to sixth. Clarifying his radio remarks, Leclerc admitted he was being a bit harsh, attributing the intensity to the adrenaline within the car. He further stressed the need for improvement, noting, "It's true we've had our moments with Kimi in the past, and I hope this calms down a little going forward, especially as he's the only Italian driver on the grid against Ferrari." Leclerc expressed personal positive feelings towards the young driver, stating, "I wish it were with someone else, and I really like Kimi as well as a person. But sometimes it's a little bit too close for comfort and not really needed as well. In this particular case, I was quite angry in the car, but the comments were probably a bit too harsh."